supplies they need.
News is brought to you by GPO Federal Credit Union. Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And good Wednesday evening to you once again. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking some gusty winds and possibly a bit of thunder heading our way as we go through this evening. But for the time being, it's 47 degrees in downtown Utica. The winds are already on the rise out of the east at 18, gusting up to 25. And that, again, as I mentioned, is going to get stronger through the evening hours. Temperatures are into the 50s over the southern half of our viewing area, in the 40s up toward the north. And it looks like the warmest right now is off toward the west, Skinny Atlas at 54. We have 47 in downtown Utica, as I mentioned, 53 in Delta Reservoir right now. And as far as those winds today, the maximum gusts have been in the 20 to 35 mile per hour range, but again, they are going to intensify as we head through the evening hours. They're right now out of the east and southeast, anywhere from about 15 to 20 miles an hour, just depending on where you are at this time. And gusts, again, just depending on where you are. At Otter Lake, we have 41, Loudville's at 39, and Utica is at 26. And again, those could become higher as we head through the evening hours. Most of the rain has exited off toward the east. We still have some heavier pockets of it through portions of Hamilton County, closer to the Interstate 87 corridor. So we're seeing a lull for the time being, but as we look off toward the west, we do have this cold front making its way through the Buffalo-Niagara region over toward western Pennsylvania. That's where you see those flashes of lightning, and it'll travel up toward the north and east as we go through the next several hours, and then that's part of this area of low pressure spinning its way over the Great Lakes before it makes its way into southern Canada as the night goes on. We still have this flood watch in effect through tomorrow afternoon at 5 p.m. for both Lewis County and Oneida, but again, most of the rain has already occurred. So if there isn't flooding out there quite yet, it's unlikely that you will see it, but we may see a few spots that we just don't know about that are seeing flooding. So as we go through 7 p.m., the rain will continue to exit off toward the east, and then the cold front will make its way through between about 7 to 10, maybe 11 p.m. So when you wake up tomorrow morning, we'll just be dealing with mostly cloudy skies, maybe a scattered rain or snow shower out there. As we head throughout the day, we'll just be dealing with cloudy skies, and then this area of snow showers travels from west over toward the east as we head through Thursday night into Friday morning. It doesn't look like there will be any major accumulation, but in terms of additional rainfall, there could be an additional quarter to half an inch of rain, and that includes the liquid equivalent of any snowfall out there. And in terms of that, most of our area will see anywhere from about 1 to 3 inches, but in these areas in blue and purple, there could be as much as 3 to 6, maybe if not more. That would be closer toward Lake Ontario, where you do see a bit of lake enhancement there. So again, a lot of cloudy skies through tomorrow. 42 will be the high, but that'll occur early in the day. So that means by the time we get toward the afternoon, we'll have temperatures into the 20s and 30s with that light snow becoming possible. And then that'll continue through Friday morning, and the wind will intensify as the storm continues to make its exit with a high of 36 on Friday. And then it looks mainly dry for Saturday with a high of 30, but again, winds will make it feel like it's in the 20s. And then we could see a little bit more snow as we head through Sunday into Monday morning, with temperatures both days in the middle and upper 30s, below average for this time of the year. Thomas, back to you.
Thank you, Jordan. Coming up next on Eyewitness.
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And a happy Wednesday evening to everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking some gusty winds that will continue through the overnight hours, as well as another chance for rain. Right now in downtown Utica, we have a temperature of 46 degrees. That wind currently out of the east at 13, so it was certainly higher at points today. And temperatures are actually going to still remain into the 40s and 50s for the next few hours. So that means tomorrow's high temperature will actually occur at about midnight or 1 a.m. So we have temperatures over the northern half of our viewing area into the 40s, and then into the upper 40s, and if not the low 50s down toward the south at this time, like Sherburne, Norwich, and Sydney are all at 52 right now. Those wind gusts today were highest up toward the north and west, where we had wind gusts at times 35 to as much as 40 miles an hour, even down toward the south and east, where you're in this more purple shading. We still had wind gusts at times 25 to 30 miles an hour, and they're definitely much calmer at this point, but they could pick up still in the next few hours. Wind gusts for the western half of our viewing area, or I should say wind speeds right now, 10 to 20 miles an hour, still out of the southeast, so that's a warmer wind direction. And as you head toward the north, there are still some gusts that are exceeding 15 to maybe 20 miles an hour, so that's certainly calmer than they were earlier this afternoon, as I just showed you. The flood watch does continue for Oneida as well as Lewis counties. That goes until 5 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, but we do have a newly issued flood advisory for portions of Onondaga, Madison, as well as Oneida counties. That goes until 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. That does include the immediate Utica area as well. And you'll notice we do have some lightning off toward our west right now over portions of central and western New York. That is a cold front making its way in our direction, and it'll clear our area between about 2 and 3 a.m. But in the meantime, between now and then, after, let's say, 11 p.m. when it starts to move in, there could be a few flashes of lightning, a few claps of thunder. So don't be surprised if that wakes you up in the meantime. So again, there's that front passing through at around midnight to 2 a.m. And then when you wake up tomorrow morning, there won't be much happening. There will just be a lot of clouds. So we'll see a brief break in the action. But as we head toward the afternoon and evening, we do look to see another round of snow showers heading our way, and it will be snow because by that point temperatures will be into the 20s and 30s. So we'll see dropping temperatures as we head throughout the day, and it looks like it could add up to a few inches in a few locations. But by Thursday night into Friday morning, it'll calm down and we'll see just a lot of clouds. Temperatures on the road surface when you wake up tomorrow morning will be into the 30s on either side of freezing. So that means that anything standing water could become frozen. So just be mindful of that. And then in terms of the snowfall accumulations on Thursday night, could see anywhere from 1 to 3 inches over most of our area, with the exception of points to the east, a little bit less. And then some lake enhancement over toward the west means that there could be a little bit more than, let's say, 3 to 6 inches there. Rain and light snow possible overnight tonight. 38 is going to be the low, but that'll occur later on in the night. And as we head toward daybreak tomorrow, 42 will be the high tomorrow. But again, that'll occur at about midnight. So light snow showers possible. It'll be windy too. Those winds out of the west 10 to 15 to 20 miles an hour, with maybe some higher gusts. And again, temperatures on either side of 40. But again, that will occur at around midnight. So that's tomorrow's forecast. 36 on Friday with morning light snow and some wind, so it'll feel like it's around freezing for most of the day. And then it's mainly dry for Saturday, but certainly cooler than average and below freezing too, with a high temperature of around 30. And then some sun and some light snow possible on Sunday, 34 for the high. And then Monday, a warming trend commences, but that does come with a little bit of light snow possible Monday morning. Tuesday and Wednesday, though, temperatures could be up into the 50s, and it looks dry at the moment. Thomas, back to you.
All right, Jordan, thank you. Sectional.
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And a pleasant Wednesday evening to you once again. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking a cold front heading our way within the next 1 to 2 hours. In the meantime, it is 44 degrees right now in downtown Utica as we take a live look at the iNet camera. 6 miles per hour. The winds are out of the southeast right now, making it feel a little bit cooler, more like 41. But still, even as of almost going on 11:11 exactly, we have temperatures that are, for the most part, into the 40s to the north of the Mohawk Valley, and even still down to the south. We have a couple of temperatures, mainly in Otsego County, or I should say Chenango County and Otsego as well, that are down into the lower 50s. So it'll take a couple of hours for that front to move through, and then temperatures will eventually come down. Those winds were up there today as well. We had gusts for the southeastern sections of our viewing area anywhere from 25 to 35 miles an hour, but the gusts were definitely higher off toward our north and west. Loudville 37. Syracuse 38, Skaneateles at 41, but they have come down a little bit, and this cold front was expected to have some higher winds with it, but it looks like that is no longer the case. We have most winds, wind speeds anywhere around 5 to 10 miles an hour, still out of the southeast, even as of the present time. And those gusts are still up there as well in a couple of areas, mainly across northern Herkimer and portions of Hamilton County. So again, that's going to remain the case as we head through the next few hours. That's the good news, though. As we look off toward the west, though, we are seeing this cold front moving into the Interstate 81 corridor, portions of western Oneida, Lewis County, as well as Madison County, where we also have a flood advisory in effect until 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. That flood watch still continues until 5 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, although I think it will eventually be dropped because most of the rain has already occurred. There was some lightning associated with this as well, but that is most of that is down into Pennsylvania, and even most of that is just cloud-to-cloud lightning, so it's not making it to the ground, but that still can't be ruled out as we head through the next several hours. So again, between now and let's say 2 or 3 a.m., that's when that front will pass through our area, and it'll weaken as it heads toward the east as well. But you'll notice tomorrow morning that temperatures will be down into the 30s as opposed to around midnight when they'll be around 40. And eventually we'll make our way down into the 20s late in the afternoon into the evening hours, and that's when this next round of snow showers moves through. And it looks like over the western portions of our viewing area there could be a little bit of lake enhancement as well as a northwesterly wind that could gust 35 to 40 miles an hour at times once again during the day tomorrow. So when you wake up tomorrow morning, temperatures will be into the middle and upper 30s, but because there will be a little bit of wind, it'll make the road surface temperatures on either side of freezing. So anything that is still wet out there today due to either the snow melt or the rain that we had could freeze up. So just be mindful when you're taking that first step out on the sidewalk tomorrow morning. And in terms of snowfall accumulation tomorrow night, most of us will see accumulations on the order of 1 to 3 inches. There are a couple of exceptions to that, like areas further to the east maybe seeing less than an inch. And then where you have that lake enhancement in the deeper blue, maybe seeing a little bit more than, let's say, 3 to 5, maybe 6 inches in a few locations. Overnight tonight, there could be a few rumbles of thunder, flashes of lightning, rain, and light snow possible, 38 for the low. But again, that'll occur closer to daybreak tomorrow. This high of 42 for tomorrow, that'll occur again around midnight, and we'll see temperatures dropping throughout the day with light snow possible and windy conditions too. And again, these high temperatures in the upper 30s to lower 40s, those will occur at around midnight to 1 a.m. and then temperatures will respond to that cold front moving through, dropping into the 30s and eventually into the 20s throughout the day. 36 for the high on Friday, so that's below average, and that comes with some light snow as well as some wind possible. It's mainly dry to start the weekend on Saturday with a high of 30 degrees, a lot of clouds, and then sun, and maybe a few snow showers possible as we head through Sunday with a high of 34. And then Monday, we're back into the 30s with a lot of clouds, and that's when a warming trend commences, and we may see temperatures back up into the 50s by the time we head toward Tuesday and Wednesday. Thomas, back to you.
Well, if those warm temperatures doesn't mean spring's coming up, thunder snow definitely does. Thanks, Jordy. Coming up next on